Studying for 5 hours and remembering nothing? What if studying just 1 hour could be more effective? If you understand this one thing, it may sound absurd, but that's exactly why you can study like crazy and still fail miserably, while others study less and consistently get top grades. Let's talk about two types of students. One studies for less than an hour a day, sleeps well, has time to hang out with friends, and surprisingly, always ranks in the top 5% of the class. Their secret? It's simple. They test themselves regularly, explain tough concepts to others, and treat studying like training. Not more, just smarter. Now the other student? Buried in books 4 to 5 hours a day. Sleep deprived, disconnected from social life, surrounded only by highlighters, notes, and desperate hope. And the grades? Barely average. So what's the real difference? It's not intelligence, it's not discipline, and it's definitely not about the amount of time spent studying. It's the method. But before we go any further, I want you to do something simple. Rate your current study method on a scale of 1 to 10. Keep that number in mind, because by the end of this video, you might realize that number was just an illusion. Let me take you back to one night that changed everything. My dorm room looked like a war zone. Empty coffee cups, notebooks scattered everywhere, and I was exhausted, eyes burning, my brain completely fried. I had been cramming for my psychology exam all night. Everything looked perfect. Color-coded notes, highlighted passages, detailed study plans on the wall. I had done everything the so-called study gurus on the internet told me to do. But deep down, I knew something was off. None of it was sticking. All those hours? Wasted. And the next day, I failed the test. Hard. That failure hit me like a truck. Not because I was lazy, but because I had to face a painful truth. I had no idea how to study effectively. I had fallen into the trap of fake productivity, busy but not learning. Maybe you've been there too, reading the same page over and over but still not getting it. Spending 10 minutes choosing the perfect highlighter, creating the perfect study playlist, setting up a beautiful study desk, then scrolling on your phone for 2 hours. We confuse looking productive with actually learning something. Here's what no teacher ever told you. Effective studying isn't about how long you study. It's about strategy. The real enemy? The consumption trap. The idea that more equals better. More videos, more pages, more notes. But your brain isn't a sponge. It's a muscle. And muscles need proper training and rest to grow. Here's the formula that changed how I study forever. Effective studying equals information x retention rate. Now picture this. Student A studies for 5 hours but only retains 10. Student B studies for 1 hour but retains 15. Who's the better learner? Both end up with the same amount of retained knowledge, but one of them wasted 4 extra hours. Let that sink in. If you're not retaining what you learn, you're wasting time and energy. And then something surprising happened. When I started studying less, my grades actually improved. No, this isn't clickbait. This is neuroscience. I gave up passive studying, highlighting, rereading, rewriting. Instead, I switched to active learning, testing myself before reviewing, explaining big ideas in simple words, connecting concepts like telling a story, quickly reviewing right before sleep, because that's when your brain stores information the deepest. The results? My retention rate jumped from 10% to 70%. My grades went from B's and C's to straight A's, and my study time was cut in half. Here's the exact method that saved both my GPA and my mental health. Study in short bursts, 30 to 60 minutes, not endless marathons. Test yourself before reviewing. Focus on what you don't know. Use flashcards, speak ideas out loud, and write from memory. Link concepts together to create a storyline in your mind. Always review briefly before bed. That's when your brain locks things in. Now go back to the number you gave your study method earlier. Still think it's accurate? If not, that's the first sign you're ready to level up. Don't just study harder, study smarter, and your future self will thank you for it. See you in the next video.